We begin with the world-famous tortellini. The story behind its creation is, well, quite provocative. The tale dates back to the 16th century. White mozzarella and red tomatoes, representing the Italian flag, was the very first. Legends suggest otherwise. Before the margherita, known as pani frathau, legend has it that during King Umberto I's visit to the island, local housewives created this dish to represent the very essence of their legendary dish defines the winter table. Risotto alla Milanese. It is a creamy, golden masterpiece, each functioning as its own local tradition. Every single one of these 20 regions. On December 10, 2025, in New Delhi, the UNESCO Intergovernmental Committee delivered a historic verdict. Italian traditional cuisine is now officially a world intangible cultural heritage. Today, Italy celebrates this monumental victory, a recognition that speaks to a deep-rooted history, boundless creativity, and the unique ability to transform simple traditions into universal values. It is no longer just Italy's pride. It is a celebration for the entire world. Italian cuisine is the story of a nation. It is the legacy of a people who have protected their culinary wisdom through generations, refining it into a standard of excellence. From the humble family kitchen to the global stage, Italy has proven that tradition is indeed the heart of greatness. While famous restaurants span the globe and Chinese cuisine remains a dominant force in popularity, Italian cuisine, famed for its iconic pizzas and authentic flavors, now stands even taller as a cultural superpower on the world stage. What makes Italian food truly unique is its staggering diversity. Italy is not a single culinary destination. It is a vibrant collection of 20 distinct regions, each functioning as its own local tradition. Every single one of these 20 regions boasts signature dishes and unique flavor profiles. From the rich, creamy sauces of the north to the sun-drenched, olive-oil-infused ingredients of the south, the menu changes the moment you cross regional borders. This diversity makes Italy a true paradise for food lovers, calling all world-class chefs and food-loving travelers. Today, we are diving into the heart of Italian heritage. Join me as we explore the most famous traditional recipes from Italy's diverse regions and the rich, flavorful stories that brought these dishes to life. Let's start our journey in the Emilia-Romagna region, specifically in the city of Bologna. We begin with the world-famous tortellini. The story behind its creation is, well, quite provocative. The tale dates back to the 16th century. Legend has it that a beautiful woman, some say it was Venus, the goddess of love herself, checked into a local inn. The innkeeper, captivated by her beauty, led her to her room. Unable to resist his curiosity, he peeked through the keyhole. All he could see was the reflection of her navel. Inspired by its perfect shape, he rushed to his kitchen, took a piece of pasta dough, and folded it into the form we now recognize as tortellini. A voyeuristic beginning, perhaps, but it resulted in a culinary masterpiece. Today, these are stuffed with rich meats or cheese, and served in a delicate broth or cream sauce. Moving on, we encounter a sauce that is synonymous with this city, ragu, alla bolognese, while many call it bolognese. Its heart lies in records dating back to the 18th century. It is one traditionally served with tagliatelle, never spaghetti. Did you know the word ragu actually comes from the French word ragout? Just like the word menu, it was borrowed from French culinary traditions. While originally made with pork, modern chefs use a blend of beef and pork for depth. This recipe is so sacred to the locals that on October 17, 1982, the official traditional recipe was formally registered at the Bologna Chamber of Commerce. It is, quite literally, protected intellectual property. And we can't forget lasagna, with records stretching as far back as 1282. This baked delight remains a global favorite for children and adults alike. Next, we head to Sicily, the stunning island at the southern tip of Italy. Here the local culinary star is the arancini. These golden, deep-fried rice balls are named after their resemblance to little oranges. Inside, you'll find a delicious filling of savory risotto rice, rich tomato sauce, melted cheese, and tender green peas. It's a true taste of Sicilian tradition in every bite. Next, we head to the Campania region, led by the iconic city of Naples, a name world-renowned for one thing above all: pizza. While many believe the pizza margherita, with its vibrant green basil, white mozzarella, and red tomatoes, representing the Italian flag, was the very first. Legends suggest otherwise. Before the margherita, there was the mastunicola, an ancient recipe using lard, cheese, and basil. In the 1700s, pizza was purely a street food for the poor, much like the roti in Sri Lanka. And India, it was cheap, fast, and filling. However, its popularity grew so much that by 1815, King Ferdinand himself craved this peasant's meal. He even brought the master, pizzaiolo Antonio Testa, to the Capodimonte estate to prepare it for the royal court. The legendary margherita, we know today, was formalized in 1889 to honor Queen Margherita of Savoy. Chef Raffaele Esposito prepared a pizza reflecting the colors of the Italian flag. Although wood-fired pizzas are a bit pricier today, the demand and love for this authentic tradition remain unmatched across Italy.
Cade la pioggia e cambia ogni cosa.
Imagine traveling back in time, deep into the wild mountains of Basilicata, where the air is filled with the scent of durum wheat and ancient traditions. Here, a dish is born that is more than just food. It is a story spanning millennia. Lagan I Cecchi. As far back as the 1st century BC, the great Lucanian poet Horace wrote with nostalgia in his satires about the longing to return home for a warm bowl of lagan and legumes. But what makes this dish so magical? The lagan are the ancestors of pasta, wide, thick ribbons made simply of flour and water. They were crafted by the skilled hands of grandmothers, who rolled out the dough with a rolling pin. This was the cucina povera, the kitchen of the poor. No eggs, just the raw strength of the earth. History tells us this was also the favorite meal of the brigands, hiding in the vulture forests. They called it the meat of the poor, because chickpeas gave them the strength of a warrior without costing a fortune. A drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, a clove of garlic, a pinch of chili flakes, and for those seeking luxury, the crunchy pepperone crusco. Even today, eating lagan I Cecchi in Basilicata means tasting the history of a proud, humble people deeply connected to their roots. It is a warm embrace that echoes from the past. Our next stop is the northernmost region of Italy, Trentino Alto Adige. Nestled along the border, this region shares a deep cultural bond with its Germanic neighbors, which is perfectly reflected in its cuisine. Their signature dish is Kinderli, known as Nodel in German. These are hearty bread dumplings, traditionally crafted from stale bread, enriched with savory speck and local alpine cheeses. Each town puts its own unique twist on this classic, making it a true symbol of the region's rustic and flavorful heritage. Next, we travel to the ruggedly beautiful island of Sardinia, Italy. Here, we discover a culinary masterpiece known as pani frathau. Legend has it that during King Umberto I's visit to the island, local housewives created this dish to represent the very essence of their land. It's a clever transformation of the traditional pane carousel, a crisp, paper-thin flatbread. The bread is briefly soaked in broth, then layered with rich tomato sauce and a generous dusting of sharp pecorino sardo, a cheese made from sheep's milk, topped with a poached egg. It's a dish that turns simple ingredients into royalty. Here's how it's prepared. Next, let's travel back to the 16th century, to the rugged hills of Italy's Piedmont region.
Piemonte.
We discover bagna cauda, a dish born from the resilience of poor farming families. Meaning hot bath, this wasn't just a sauce. It was a way to survive the bitter cold. Crafted with a rich blend of olive oil, plenty of garlic, and salt-cured anchovies, it simmered over a small flame in a communal pot. The farmers would gather around, dipping boiled and raw seasonal vegetables into this warm, savory gold. What started as a humble peasant food has now become a celebrated symbol of Italian warmth and togetherness. Let's see how this simple masterpiece is made. Next, we head south to the sun-drenched region of Calabria. Here, the star of the table is falgia all'anguja. This unique pasta dish features a fiery, spreadable pork salami known as induja, famous for its bold heat. Its roots trace back to the Napoleonic era, inspired by French sausages. but reimagined by locals using leftover meat cuts and a generous amount of Calabrian chili. It's a spicy piece of history in every bite. Next, we journey to the rugged landscapes of the Friuli-Venezia Giulia region in northern Italy. Here, we discover a dish born from necessity and the humble ingenuity of 15th century farmers. The frico, originally created as a way to use up leftover cheese scraps. This golden, savory masterpiece is a perfect blend of local Montasio cheese and thinly sliced potatoes, sizzled in a pan until it forms a crisp, lace-like crust with a soft, melting heart. It's more than just a meal. It's a centuries-old tradition served in the form of a rustic cake. Simple, hearty, and utterly delicious. Next, we journey to the heart of Umbria to discover the legendary Salsiccia di Norcia. This rugged landscape, defined by mist-covered mountains and ancient traditions, was once the domain of resilient shepherd communities. While they tended to their flocks, they became masters of preservation, driven by the need to make meat last through the harsh winters. The people of Norcia perfected a unique craft. From this necessity, the world-renowned Norcia sausage was born, a true masterpiece of Italian butchery that carries the soul of these mountains in every bite. Now let's travel to the heart of Lombardy, Milan. Here, a legendary dish defines the winter table, risotto alla Milanese. It is a creamy, golden masterpiece, rich with butter and the world's most expensive spice, saffron. But did you know this iconic dish was born from a wedding prank? Legend says, back in 1574, a young glassmaker worked on the stained glass of the Milan Cathedral. He loved saffron so much, he used it to dye his glass golden. His master teased him, saying he'd eventually put saffron in his food too. On the master's daughter's wedding day, that's exactly what the apprentice did. He added saffron to the wedding risotto as a joke. To everyone's surprise, the guests were mesmerized by its radiant gold color and exquisite taste. What started as a creative spark by a young artist is now a symbol of Italian culinary elegance. A true taste of history in every spoonful. Next, we travel to the Marche region of Italy to uncover the story behind a true culinary masterpiece, olive-oil-infused. Dating back to the 1800s, this dish wasn't born out of thin air, but out of necessity and luxury. Back then, noble families in Ascoli Piceno had an abundance of different meats, beef, pork, and poultry, provided to them by their tenant farmers. To prevent this surplus from going to waste, creative private chefs came up with a brilliant solution. They took the large, tender green olives of the region, pitted them, and stuffed them with a rich, savory meat filling coated in flour, dipped in egg, and rolled in breadcrumbs. These olives were deep-fried to golden perfection. What started as a clever way to use leftover meat for the aristocracy has now become one of Italy's most beloved street foods. Crunchy on the outside, succulent on the inside, this is a bite of history. Next, let's journey to the heart of Molise to discover a true traditional gem, composta malesana. This vibrant summer dish is a celebration of simple, rustic ingredients. Imagine a base of traditional Molise crusty bread, beautifully paired with colorful bell peppers, hard-boiled eggs, and juicy sun-ripened tomatoes. The dish is brought to life with a briny kick of capers and the crunch of gherkins, creating a symphony of Mediterranean flavors. It's not just a meal, it's a taste of Italian summer on a plate. Let's dive into the recipe. Next, we travel to the breathtaking region of Toscana, home to the iconic city of Florence, to discover a true summer staple, panzanella, born from the clever Italian tradition of cucina povera, or poor kitchen. This dish is a brilliant way to breathe new life into stale bread. The bread is soaked and squeezed, then tossed into a vibrant medley of sun-ripened tomatoes, crisp red onions, and fragrant fresh basil, finished with a generous drizzle of extra virgin olive oil and a splash of vinegar. It's a refreshing, colorful masterpiece that captures the very soul of an Italian summer. Simple, sustainable, and absolutely delicious. And there you have it, a journey through the traditional flavors of all 20 regions. What we've seen today is the heart of cucina povera. Most of these recipes were born from necessity, created by humble farmers and workers who needed affordable, quick and nourishing meals to survive harsh winters and long workdays. But this is just the beginning. There are hundreds, thousands, even millions of variations tucked away in every corner of Italy. To share them all would take a lifetime, and to taste them all would be an endless adventure. Now you can see why the Italian culinary arts are being recognized as a candidate for UNESCO World Heritage status. It's not just about the food, it's about the soul, the ingredients, and the undeniable identity of the Italian people. So, if you ever find yourself in an Italian town, don't just eat, experience the tradition. Never miss the chance to taste the unique story of that city on your plate. Until next time, buon appetito! Which Italian region's dish captured your heart today? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this culinary journey, don't forget to hit the like button for more delicious adventures. Grazie for watching.